What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Kidtage. Today we have something pretty special. A while ago I did a 2013 NBA draft, top 5 players from it. That did pretty damn well. I'm going to do the same thing this time for the 2012 draft. If y'all don't know, the 2012 draft was significantly better. This had a lot of sleepers, a lot of just straight up better players, and it should be a little more interesting because that 2013 draft was pretty awful in the end. I didn't want to do 2014 because it's a little too close to tell right now. The 2014, I might do it at some point, but 2012 is more solidified. We know how good the guys are in this draft. Let's get going. Number 5, I actually had a tie. Yes, this is the only tie we're going to have. And it's Jae Crowder, who was a senior small forward drafted by the Dallas Mavericks, or drafted to the Dallas Mavericks. He was actually traded. The rights were traded from several different teams. He was a senior at Marquette, and he was picked 34th overall. And Chris Middleton, who was picked 39th overall, he was a junior shooting guard / small forward from Texas A&M, drafted to the Detroit Pistons. But this, just right off the bat, is crazy because they're the 5th best player or 6th best player, or both of them, were picked in the second round. The second round of the NBA draft. That in itself is crazy. We have guys in the first half, shooting guard small forwards like Dion Waiters and, I don't know, Terrence Ross, Austin Rivers, Jeremy Lamb, Maurice Harkless, guys like that got picked in the first round. Those guys they're not even close to guys like Chris Middleton and Jae Crowder. The reason why I couldn't separate these guys, I don't know who's better, honestly. Jae Crowder is a really good defensive player. He can shoot the ball well, scores pretty well on a good team, averaging roughly around 14-15 points a game, 5 rebounds. That's pretty good for a guy that's there to play defense, really, and he puts up great offensive output. And then there's Chris Middleton, on the other hand, who does a lot for the Milwaukee Bucks. Very unfortunate injury situation for him, but he puts up averages about 18-19 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, something like that, and pretty good defense as well. So he is a better stat line, but he hasn't been able to have that impact on his team in terms of getting them to win games, last year at least. Let's move on to number 4. It's infamous, one of the top power forwards in this league. 35th overall, Draymond Green was selected to the Golden State Warriors, senior from Michigan State, 6'7" power forward. The main reason why Draymond was slept on was because people thought he was out of shape. He was too small to be a power forward. He would get pushed around. He would have no impact on a game. Boy, did he prove those people wrong. He got picked behind guys like Thomas Robinson, who was picked 5th. Thomas Robinson, do we even know who that is? I know he played with the Kings for a while, got traded to Houston, and then to Portland, and then to Brooklyn, and now I don't even know if he's in the NBA anymore. I think he's still on Brooklyn, but who wants to be on Brooklyn right now, honestly? John Henson, Royce White, Terrence Jones, Andrew Nicholson, Jared Sullinger, Arnett Moultrie, all guys that played the power forward spot that were picked ahead of Draymond Green. Unbelievable. I honestly don't even understand, how Draymond was able to get to with the level he's on now, becoming a triple-double machine, a stat sheet stuffer, a defensive player of the year candidate as well. Like, that stuff is all crazy. At number 3, I'm going with the 9th overall selection, the Connecticut center Andre Drummond. He got picked to the Detroit Pistons, a freshman, so he was very young, and he was a guy that he was not nearly as big as he is today. Now he's way bigger, way stronger, and he has proved people wrong. People thought his motor wasn't good enough for the NBA, but he's a rebounding maniac. I mean, there's no one in the NBA that can rebound better than this guy. This guy just gets every board you could think of. It's crazy. Why I put him over Green? Well, I think Andre Drummond is such a dominant force. He's the best rebounder in the league. He's a good inside presence. He can score the ball in close. He's a good franchise player to build around. He's a very good defensive player. He blocks shots. I mean, he does everything you need a center to do and more. Exceptional rebounder. Not a lot of cons with this guy, except, the free throw shooting is an issue. But, we think he'll work on that and get a little better at that as time goes on. At number two and number one, we get to the guys that are true superstars. Not saying Drummond isn't. Drummond is a star in this league, but we're talking about guys that can take the ball and become absolute legends in this league. These guys might go down in history as some of the best of all time. Number two, the 6th overall pick from this draft, point guard Damian Lillard. He was picked, a junior from Weber State, whatever you want to call it, Weber State, to the Portland Trail Blazers. And I don't know what you can say about Damian Lillard that hasn't been said already. He came into the league and he was just so prepared. He just knew what was going on. You see rookies struggle with composure, with being mentally tough, with being consistent. Damian Lillard struggled with none of those things. He came into the league and was immediately an incredibly clutch presence, a guy that already in his second season, even his first season, he had a game-winning 3 at the buzzer against, I think, New Orleans maybe. I don't even know, but he drained that bitch against some team. But in his second year, he was the go-to guy down the stretch. Every single possession, it was Damian Lillard time to hit the clutch shot, and even still today, he's one of the most clutch players in the NBA, if not the most clutch player in the NBA. He was the first point guard selected in this draft, but you gotta remember, guys like Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Bradley Beal, Dion Waiters, and Thomas Robinson were selected ahead of Damian Lillard. Imagine if the Kings, who picked Robinson, picked Lillard. Imagine if the Bobcats picked Lillard. I mean, it wouldn't really... The only team it really works for is the Kings, because the Kings didn't even have a point guard. They picked Damian Lillard, that franchise changes drastically. At number one, y'all should probably know who it is. The 1st overall pick from Kentucky, the freshman power forward / center product, Anthony Davis. Man, this guy has some potential. Coming into the league, people were saying he was already an MVP, multiple-time MVP candidate. People still say that. He's just gotten better so much since he's coming in the league. After his second year, people knew he was destined for superstardom, and that's exactly what he is. The only problem with him is just staying healthy. I mean, Davis missed time in his rookie year, a big reason why he didn't win Rookie of the Year. Lillard got that one. He missed time throughout his career, especially last year. That was the reason he didn't make the playoffs. He just hasn't been on the court enough, and that's gonna really be a problem for him if it continues to come up, if he continues to have to sit out games with injuries. His shoulders have not been right. He's a big athletic guy, so injuries aren't something new to players like that. So that's gonna wrap this list up. Let me just go over some of the biggest busts I found in this list. There were a bunch of guys. Yes, the 5th pick I mentioned a couple times, Thomas Robinson. He was picked pretty high. Keep going down the list. Royce White, the 16th overall pick. Does anyone know Royce White? That guy, he's out of the league probably for a long time. Fab Melo was the 22nd overall pick. No one even knows where he's at. Arnett Moultrie, 27th overall. Marcus Teague, 29th overall. He played for the Bulls, man. That guy was terrible. I mean, honestly, it's crazy to think that guys like Chris Middleton and Jae Crowder and Draymond Green could slip all the way down the list. All the way down. And even Will Barton was picked 40th overall. I mean, Will Barton is on the top 10 for this list. He probably could have gotten picked higher in that top 10. It would have been great. But, no. Doesn't happen to everyone. Not everyone just becomes good before they get in the NBA. It takes guys some time. Draymond Green was absolutely exceptional last season. He had to work his way up. Same with Middleton and a guy like Jae Crowder. So that's going to wrap this shit up. Hope you all enjoyed this one. And if you want more of this draft stuff, we can definitely do that. And yeah, it's going to be all. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.